Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, the dollar drifting lower and pretty much most other things slowly drifting higher, right? And whether that's down to the domestic unrest in the US, I'm not exactly sure, but I tell you what, things are starting to look pretty good. Now, Euro sort of going up, sterling up, Aussie up, Kiwi up. Now, it's been a long time coming, but Aussie and Kiwi are starting to chime in. Maybe some positive news coming from the US-China trade talks might be doing something there. The dollar on the top side doesn't seem to be doing a lot. Now, let's just follow where the market is telling us where to look, right? You look at the live trade signals, and we've got some of the major currency pairs there sort of in play. Sterling has just dropped off that just for a moment, but I think it's going to come back into play, and we've got a bunch of other sterling pairs to focus on. Now, why am I mentioning sterling? Because we've got UK employment numbers today. And just looking at this, I'll show you the charts in a second because we've got some really good setups. The unemployment rate is the sort of key part to it. 4.6 is the forecast, 4.5 to 4.7 the range. And the employment change, right? 50,000. Okay, and the range there, 20 to 70. Now, what we're looking for, if I just look at the charts, is like you're just looking for, okay, what's going on? So we go to the sterling and sterling crosses, right? And just looking at the sort of hourly charts, okay, you have a look across the board here, and sterling sort of leveled out against a lot of different instruments, right? Sterling Aussie, if anything, sort of drifting sideways. You can see how like this pennant formation, okay, old school terminology there, where the technicals come into that sort of pennant. It's ready for a breakout, right? That's what this really sort of tells me. And if you look across most pairs on the hourlies, they do look like that, right? But this is where you can get a little bit particular because or sterling yen to me has the best setup here across the board. Now, sterling Aussie just drifting lower, sterling Kiwi drifting lower. And you're like, oh, okay, this is going to break out. But I'm looking for stronger sterling numbers because it goes with sterling yen, right? But so this is the thing. You look at the daily charts, sterling Aussie's going up, sterling Kiwi's going up. We've got a real build up of pressure here on sterling yen. We've got that level on the top side in the hourly charts. And you look at sterling, euro sterling, sterling Swiss, actually sterling CAD also going up, right? So sterling's going up against the commodity currencies. And that's something to look at. Now, as I said, I really like, I should say, the shape here of sterling yen. If I just blow that up, and the main reason is we've got a resistance line here. You can see it's tapped out a bunch of times here, and it's actually done it over here as well. So we've got a level here. There's got to be some big stop losses here. There's only one little cloud over this, right? And that is, does the US situation escalate and it becomes a buy yen situation, like a bit of a safe haven? I don't think it will, but something to look at. So out of all the yen crosses, if I just blow these up, you can sort of see how gorgeous that sterling yen is. You look at sterling Aussie, sterling Kiwi, right? You might be sort of thinking, hey, Brad, this is getting close to breaking down on the hourlies, but that's where it comes back to the daily charts. You're like, yeah, the overall trend is up, right? If we do get weak sterling numbers, you will see those go lower. But what we're looking for is the best potential trade here. Sterling Swiss has got to be in the firing line as well. But for me, sterling yen is just really stands out as a potentially nice technical trade to the top side. And that's where we come back. And all we need is strong UK data, right? So now, what am I talking about? So we've got 50,000, right? So the top end of the range of the employment change is 70, and the unemployment rate is 4.6, but the bottom of the end of the range, 4.5. These two numbers here are what we need to be focusing on, okay? 70 and above, right, will do it, and an unemployment rate below or 4.5 or below 4.5 gets sterling rocking to the top side. Should be an easy trade for sterling yen, right? That's where I'm sort of going to be focusing my attention. We'll have a look at the data and the market's closer to the release time, and that'll confirm it whether we look for stronger numbers or weaker numbers. But technically, at this point, I'm just sort of looking across the board here. Potential for, well, if we got weaker numbers, euro sterling top side, Sure, that could sort of do it for us as well. But sterling yen to me is the one I'll be focusing on. All right, guys, that's it for me. We've got some more big news stuff coming out this week, all about trader profiles. It's going to revolutionize your training and every aspect of your trade structure. I'll give you more information about that as we go through the week. All right, guys, have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.